Hey guys, this is Kartika Kantwal from Apex Finserv and I'm back with your daily dose of charts for tomorrow's trading session. But before we move on to what's new, as usual, out of all the trades that we discussed yesterday on the watch list equity side, we had two triggers, ACC and Maruti, and both of them went on to give the targets. So all things considered, it was a good green trading session for us. Even on the personal side, I booked around close to 340 or 350 odd points on silver in the evening session. I just closed the position some time ago. Now, starting with what's new for tomorrow, starting with the first trade that we have is ICICI Bank, where there has been a fresh swing high break. So that is exactly where we want to go for a long position now. So we have a long planned at 490, stop loss at 485, ideal targets 1% on the upside. Moving on to the second is JSW Steel, where we have a short position planned at the previous swing high and a high quality demand zone, supply zone now as well at 345 with strong rejection as is seen in this interaction candle, the last interaction candle that we have. So the entry is going to be at 345, stop loss at 349, ideal targets 1% on the downside. The third is Bajaj Auto. Similar to JSW Steel, if you look at the recent swing highs, there is of course it's a prior resistance, so it is coming to act now again. Also, it is now acting as a supply zone too. And if you are familiar with chart patterns and you take this minor structure into configuration or consideration, then you might have some resemblance to a triple top right now, but that's not a justification that you can use right now unless of course it breaks 3000 on the downside. But for tomorrow, what we have is a short at 3060, stop loss at 3100, ideal targets 1% on the downside. Moving on to the fourth is TechM, where we have a very aggressive long planned because we have a very good high quality demand zone at 830. It is a supply zone turned demand now, but that is I can argue with you guys that it's a pretty high quality entry points. It's slightly aggressive, just 0.5% away from the current market price, but let's see. The entry is at 830, stop loss at 820, and ideal targets 1% on the upside. Moving on to the final is Hero MotoCorp, where we have a short trade plan because it had a small flag representative pattern and then it broke down, completed that. So now I have an understanding that it's making lower highs. So at the previous support broken, now resistance should bring in some fresh selling pressure. It's also a small supply zone as well. So the entry is going to be at 3015, stop loss at 3050, and ideal targets 1% on the downside. Now coming on to the indices, starting with the first one as usual. Nifty May, if you look at the charts, there's not really much to talk about because every time we have zones drawn, and I told you guys, pullback pay, you can enter fresh longs. That is exactly the same thing that is planned for tomorrow as well. Every pullback towards 12800, 12850 is a good potential entry point for longs with your stop loss going under the zone, this middle zone that is at 12750. So it's about 100 point stop loss, but the target is open with of course first target being the recent high or 12950, 12960. Talking about the option chain, you have resistance immediate at 13,000, of course, with total standing interest, open interest at 3.5 million. That is quite big, but the thing is, change of open interest is negative. So there has been some call unwinding. So you can say it's been slightly weakened, with significant resistance coming in next at 13,100, with positive change of 572,000. So if there's a gap up and sustained or flat opening but bullish pressure keeps on continuing, we might break 13,000 tomorrow and see us all the way till 13,100 as well. Now coming on to the support side, you have immediate support at 12,900 with positive 2.1 million change in open interest or added 2.1 million contracts. Significant at 12,800 with change being positive 1.4 million added contracts. Now the PCR of volume comes out to be at 0.96, which is still pretty bearish. That means more puts have been bought. But on the flip side, you can also say that the PCR has been decreasing. Yesterday it was 1 point something, now it's 0.96. So even the put buyers or the option buyers sentiment is decreasingly bearish day after day. Now moving on to the next index that we have, BANKNIFTY. Similar to Nifty, fresh highs, no really aggressive entry point right now. Every pullback to 29,500 is a good potential entry for longs. That is all the charts are saying right now, to be honest. Coming to the option chain, you have resistance immediate at 3,100 or 30,100 with 256,000 added contracts. Significant at 3,200 with 235,000 added contracts. Now support side, you have 29,700, very current market price, with being immediate support with positive 320,000 added contracts. Significant support coming in at 29,500 with 473,000 added contracts. The PCR comes out to be at a very negative 1.01, but again, let's see how it goes out. The option chain on Bank Nifty is not really biased towards the bulls or the bears. It's pretty much balanced options being written both the sides. So there's no strong bias on the option chain as of now. But let's see how tomorrow unfolds. Now, our regular viewers might have noticed that the style of video has been slightly altered. I have made some changes in the recording software. So let me know, is this a preferred method of recording videos, or would you rather have my poorly written notes on the half screen as usual? Let me know in the comment section below. But this marks the end of today's video, guys. If you want the charts, the watch list and the option chain analysis in a written format where it is quick for you to read, please check out the Telegram channel at @ApexFinServe. Once again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment and press that bell notification icon too. I hope you have a really good trading session tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good night. Bye.